Hi, how's it going? I'm Marlene. Thanks for wandering by. So there's a whole story to tell you. And I'm here filming like this because I was attempting to do like kind of like a vlog style video because I'm moving. And I'm moving really soon, and I'm gonna be I have like we have a 2 week time period before we end up in our new place where we're going to kind of have a layover. And so I was making decisions about tarot decks and oracle decks that I want to have with me, near me, in my basket. um, for this 2 week time period. And the rest of my decks are going to be coming with me. They're just not going to be as easily accessible. So I had filmed all of this stuff about like showing off my collection and the choices I was making and just like all this stuff. And that footage is lost. Anyway, like I'm just got to laugh about it, right? Sorry for the shaky camera. This is not, Anyway, so what footage did make it is really the most important part, which is what decks ended up in my basket and why. So if when you're watching you see me like refer back to this other footage where I had shown you like more pieces of my collection, that's why. So I'm just gonna, let it roll, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So without further ado, here you go. Okay, so here we are, and here's where I landed with what's coming with me in my basket. So these are gonna be the tarot decks, and this is just for 2 weeks, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Am I crazy? Okay. All right, let's just show you. So one of them is the Earthbound Oracle, and I'm just going to show it a little bit. So the reason why this is coming with me is because it matches with anything, really. It is an amazing little deck. It's tiny, love the backs. And it's just, it's going to, if I need to grab something to start off a reading or end a reading, that's what we've got. And then so also like in that same vein is in this bag is the Roots and Wings Oracle. And so very much like I'm just going to grab a few cards to show you. Just like, I hate the cardstock because it's so sticky. It's that rose petal. Roots and Wings Oracle, very similarly to the Earthbound Oracle. It's just a go-to, easy match, both like energetically and aesthetically. Works well with any tarot. So if I'm like, not wanting to dig through the big boxes, that is going to be a good choice to have. And then the other oracle, well, I guess I'll show you all the oracles first. The other oracle that I'm bringing is Pear Tree Court. I love me some Danny Mystic Oracle deck. This Pear Tree Court is amazing. And I specifically like to use it with 2 of the tarot decks that I've been working with recently. It's just, the keywords are great. The imagery with the people, it really speaks volumes next to the tarot. And it's gorgeous. But for me, like, number one about it, other than it being like beautiful and gorgeous, is those keywords are everything. And this is the little Pear Tree Court Oracle bag. I think she's got it on Make Playing Cards now, so I'll definitely put the link to it below. Okay, so then we have, so that's 1, 2, 3 oracles, and then I have two more oracle decks. So Kuan Yin Pocket Oracle. So this is just my go-to like devotional and spiritual guide. Kuan Yin is my, I love this deck. It's incredibly gentle and nurturing and thought-provoking too. The imagery is beautiful and it has the messages on the back. So I don't have like a specific like routine in terms of how often I pull these cards. I just like to always, sorry, that's my dog in the background. I just like to always have it with me. And so she's definitely going to be in the basket. And then lastly for Oracle, and then I'll show you one that's kind of both, is the Visionary I-Ching cards. And I've been, not every day either, I have not been casting coins every day, but but it's one of the practices that I've been working on for the last few months, and I don't want to stop. So I definitely want to have the Visionary I-Ching cards with me. So this is amazing, and it has, you'll see the hexagram up above, and then in the corner, and then it has the I-Ching names. Some of them have been changed a little bit, kind of modernized, I think, but some of them are still the same as more traditional names of the I-Ching hexagrams in the Book of Changes, which is what I-Ching is. And then it has the corresponding trigrams down here, the lake above, sky below. So yeah, I love this artwork. I love everything about this deck. I've shown it so many times already on my channel. It's definitely a staple for me right now in my practice. So that's another Oracle deck that is coming. And okay, that's it for the Oracles. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Oracles. So that means there's 10 tarot decks. 10 tarot decks that are coming. All right, you saw that I grabbed this from my shelf. This is my like true love. This is the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. And I've shown it before. I might not even use this deck across those 2 weeks, but I just like to have it near me. It's kind of always, you know, it was on my shelf, but that shelf was like right next to my bed. So I want to have the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum. It's a Rider-Waite-Smith inspired, oh yeah, that's not upside down. And it is one of the first decks that I really learned to read on. It's sumptuous cardstock for me, kind of plasticky, but I love this deck. I'm extremely bonded to it. It's, you know, just absolutely one of my favorite decks ever, and I definitely want to have it near me. So let's see. Then I guess, yeah, I'll show you one of my other favorite decks ever is the Margaret Peterson Tarot. And you saw the purple bordered one or wine colored, maroon, whatever we're saying for that color. But this one, because it's in this tuck box, it fits in my basket better. So these are some of the cards. I absolutely adore this deck. I may not use it, but it's another one of those decks that I just like to have near me and easy to get to just in case I need it. Just in case I'm feeling like I need this world of, I don't even know how to explain it, what this world is. It's somewhere else entirely. Somewhere else completely entirely. Well, this seems like it's all majors. 9 of Flames. Like it's in my top 10 for sure. Obviously, because these are 10. Oh my gosh, are these exactly 10? Is this like my only 10? Then I didn't even realize became my only 10? That's freaking hilarious, you guys. I don't know though. I feel like if that was it, then that would be a different conversation if I thought it was my only 10. Wow. Okay, so another one that is coming because, well, this is coming because I'm working with the Visionary I-Ching. And this is the Hardy Tarot. And I do love this deck. It is beautiful. But the thing about the Hardy Tarot is that it is so closely tied now to my work with the Visionary I-Ching cards, because this artwork and the Visionary I-Ching are so beautiful next to each other. I'll have to link below the one of my videos where I show that. This has to come because it's, God, I love this death, I said death card, but it's the Lovers. That's funny. Because it is what I use next to the Visionary I-Ching when I use a tarot with it. I have used that with the Thoth though as well. So that's coming. And then, this is an old staple. So that's kind of new. The Hardy Tarot is newer in the last few months with the Visionary I-Ching. And then Tarot of the Holy Spectrum is my oldest tarot that I've been using. Well, it's not really. Anyway, we're not doing that. That's a different video, right? But also what's coming is the Morgan Greer Tarot. And I have the tin version, but I really been enjoying using the standard size. And this is the vintage printing from 1979. You can still get this standard size version as well. It just comes in a different box. The printing is a little bit, I think it's actually brighter colored in the current printing than it is here in the older one. I love this deck. This is what's going to come out whenever I do readings for anybody else. And so I'll be with family. So likely this will be the deck that I'll be using. Oh, that makes me want to have the Anna Kay too. But no, this will be the one. Because the Anna Kay in that box, there's some of my tarot decks that need bags. Although I prefer boxes just because when I'm, not packing and moving, I have everything on my shelf. Or it looks like I'm going to be needing another shelf eventually. And then, my Greenie. That's got to come. I have way too many versions of the Thoth Tarot. I know some folks out there think it's overrated. I don't. Obviously, I have the Greenie. I have a large Thoth, I have a small Thoth, and I have the pocket. But this Greenie, the 1978 printing, is I love it. I love the green. The green borders they do something else to the artwork. I don't know. But it's funny because I had used the small one recently, because I was doing like larger spreads with it. And I missed my Greenie. I missed it. Yeah, I love this artwork. I love this artwork. I love Frida Harris's artwork. I love how much there is jam-packed in here. I love the keywords. I really do. Keywords are my thing. If you've been around here on my channel, then for a little while, you'll know how much keywords mean to me. My God, and I say keywords more than any human should. Okay, so the Greenie's coming. And then, okay, so this is the, oh my gosh, Outgrow Yourself Tarot and Oracle. And it is Thoth based. And so I wanted to have something else aside from the OG Thoth, just in case I needed a break from the intensity of that particular deck when I'm doing my daily Thoth. I'm starting to rethink this because this deck is like, can be really intense too. I might swap this out for the Sun and Moon Tarot now that I'm thinking about it. You're seeing it happen live. Not live. You're seeing it happen as I'm filming this. Yeah, I don't know. I do love this deck. I really do. But I'm thinking if I need, in those 14 days, if I need, instead of the Thoth to pull, I need to do something that is a little bit more, that is softer. This is not the thing. This is not the softer one. I think we're going to swap it out for the Sun and Moon Tarot. Yeah, this guy, this deck I'm gonna put that to the side. And let's see. Okay, now these last three that are in my box are decks that I'm currently, oh no, there's another one out here too. Okay, there's 4 left. Okay, so these last 4 are newer to me and I'm just completely obsessed with, and I just want these decks with me all the time. This is the Crow's Magic Tarot. And I scored this for a really reasonable price on eBay. Here's a pro tip. I'm not a pro, but this is a tip. People put, out of print decks on eBay for exorbitant amounts. And if there's something that you're really interested in, that you really want, I've had lots of success because I got this. And I got this, and I got the Morgan Greer too from eBay. And depending on, what works for your budget and everything. But for me, there's a certain threshold that I wouldn't go over. and usually it's not, I won't go over $100 for eBay. And neither one of these were, at the end. Yeah. So in fact, this was only 40. I managed to get this for 40. So what I did is I saved searches on eBay and I made offers to the person selling, and I had a conversation with them via the message thing through eBay. And if there's something that you just my tip for you is, if there's something that you really want and you find it on eBay, stick with it, make offers. This wasn't the first time I have done that. So it just worked out for me that way. I do want the guidebook, and I've only seen it out there for way, way above my budget price. And also without that option to make an offer. So I'm going to stick with it and see if I can, eventually find it for a reasonable price. So this is the Crow's Magic Tarot. And I just did, that'll be posted before, I think, this video, of a 9-card spread that I did using this deck. And it is, this deck is astounding. It's pretty ugly. It's ugly pretty. That's what it is. It's ugly pretty, pretty ugly, however you want to say that. Because it's this digital, artwork that is weird, and there's freaking pterodactyls in this deck. It's out there, but these keywords are sublime. And the readings that I have gotten with this, look at this Queen of Wands. Anyway, I can't get enough of it. I haven't worked with it for very long at all. But it has been so inspiring with these keywords that I'm in love. And the other 2 decks that I'm about to show you, I have a very similar feeling about. So I really just want these with me, all the time. This is the Animal Wise Tarot. I'm just going to grab a few to show you. Otherwise, we're going to be here forever. So this is also an out-of-print deck, the Animal Wise Tarot, that I got on, I found on eBay for a reasonable price because I just was sticking with looking for it. This is the 2nd edition. There's a 1st edition that has a lot more border going on, and it's pink. But this deck, this is the 2nd edition or second print. No, I guess it's edition because it's completely different. But I managed to find it for a reasonable price for me. It was a reasonable price for me. And so I love everything about this deck. I love that it is this like portal into this picture of the animals that to me looks like a placard from the zoo, and I love that about it. I love the keywords that were chosen. I love the changing of the elements or the suits to like shapeshifters is the cups, that's water, like shapeshifters, that's amazing. That's an amazing choice. I just think it's great, and I've worked with this deck all through July because I was working with animal guides, and it's just like one of the best things ever. 3 of Ancients. So the Ancients are the wands. Here's the salamander, and the keywords are unique, inspiration, and aid. I also love that there are animals in this deck that are, I mean, there are obviously animals that aren't local to me, like there's not deers like that where I live, but there are like these lizards and like birds and things that you see in my area. I absolutely love the Fool card, one of my favorite Fool cards ever. I've seen the Fool as the coyote before, but the keywords wisdom and folly, that it's those two, that it has the like the light and the shadow, the upright and reversed, or those two dualities of the Fool in the same, you know, in the keyword is keywords or whatever words that are on the deck is so like, oh, just love it. Makes me happy. This is what makes me happy. And so that's why it's in my basket. And then, so then this is the Tree Spirit Tarot. And another, you know, reason why I got this deck is also because of its keywords. Now, this is not out of print. So the last few I showed you, I told you were all out of print. I'll put the links in the description box below where you can get any of these, and I'll make sure to let you know which ones are out of print. But this is the Tree Spirit Tarot, and it is available on Make Playing Cards. So I will definitely link that below. But it is these, I mean, it's these beautiful photos of trees. And I'm going to talk more and more and more about this deck because it's like really important to me right now, this deck. But the keywords here are also just amazing. I love the choices for the names of the suits as well. So here we have the Earth Keeper of Evergreens. So this is the Queen of Wands, and it's a sequoia tree, and the keyword is courage. I mean, so this deck is, I mean, I definitely can read it with the tarot, you know, as a tarot. So like this is the Earth Keeper of Fruit Trees, and it's a fig tree. So the Earth Keeper of Fruit Trees is the Queen of Cups, and it's a fig tree, and the keyword is nurture. So these are all one word keywords, whereas in the Animal Wise, you have the, wow, are these all, this is like all court cards that you're getting. The Nuts is the, oh, I love this so much. The Earth Keeper of Nuts, so the Queen of Pentacles, and it's a cacao tree, cacao, and the word is sacred. Like, look at that, just like in that little basket. It's just stunning. I love it a lot. Simple, poignant, like the story is there for the trees. Some of them I know, and these are also like trees. Some of these trees I can find here. So like the Devil is apple. That's stunning. I love this one a lot. So mangrove trees are something that I'm familiar with, and look at this. Like it's the Strength card, mangroves, support. That's what I love. Mangroves grow like so intertwined and interconnected with each other. I think you might be able to hear my daughter playing in the room next door. This almost looks like a person bending down. I don't know, I just love it so much. But yeah, that definitely ticks all the boxes for what I love about the cards. It has an image that I connect to, a metaphor and a story or a symbol that I work with, can work deeply with, and keywords as well to springboard inspiration from about the reading, but also for creative writing. It's just like, oh, okay. So that's why those are gonna be in the basket, because I'm obviously kind of a fan of them right now. And then lastly is this deck. And this is unfortunately not available, but I had to show it anyway because it definitely is a deck that's going into my basket. And this is a deck that was created by Dawn Michelle. And it's a totally handmade deck that features characters from sci-fi and fantasy TV shows and movies. And unfortunately, because of copyright reasons, she wasn't able to get it printed at any, oh my God, I love Teal'c so much. Oh my God, he's like my favorite right now. I'm watching Stargate currently. She wasn't able to get it printed because I guess of copyright reasons. That's what she was told. And it's such a bummer. But I helped a little bit. Dawn Michelle's the creator of this deck, but like I had some input on some things. And I love it so much. This deck has been like such a all around deck for me. It works for everything, literally every kind of reading that I've done with it. 7 of 9. Now that's a good choice for a Star Trek, a Star Trek card, is it not? Right? The 6 of Swords. Anyway, so yeah, I probably shouldn't show you too much because I don't want you to. Oh, well, here's Starbuck as the messenger or Knight of Wands. Like that's, yeah, come on. Who else would you pick besides Starbuck? So yeah, so this is most definitely a deck that I've been using constantly, and oh, that's my puppy. I think he's coughing a little. Bub, you okay? Hilo, you okay? Hilo is my dog, and he's named after a character in Battlestar Galactica. So that's it. Those are all the decks that made it to the basket. Okay, I did it. I think I feel good about that. I am still going to switch out the Outgrow Yourself with the Sun and Moon Tarot. I think that's the only change I'm going to make. And that's it. So I have 10 tarot, 5 oracle decks that are going to be in my basket. Okay. And I'm moving really, really soon. So I'm going to try to get, at least one video out a week. But if not, I definitely will be back. So stay tuned for that. But I'm hoping that I won't fall off too much with creating content, even if it's in a different locale or more vlog style for you guys. Yeah, thanks for hanging out and sticking around with me through this weird kind of, brain dump of what I'm doing right now. And I hope that you all have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye.